everybody, Sick this here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. And today, headed out to my local BJ's where I picked myself up 3 titles on DVD, and I also had one surprise waiting for me on my doorstep when I arrived home, so let's take a look at everything I got. The first title I picked up for only $3.99 was Roxy Hart, starring the great Ginger Rogers, which was more than enough reason for me to pick this up, but the synopsis sounded really interesting and this gets great reviews online. This is a blind buy though, I really had not heard of this title until I saw it today, but I definitely look forward to checking this out. Then for another $3.99 I picked up the 1979 version of All That Jazz, simply grabbing this to replace my VHS copy. However, I've yet to watch this movie, so now that I have it on DVD, I'm definitely going to sit down and finally check it out. And the last title I picked up, also for $3.99, was Bye Bye Love. This stars Randy Quaid and Paul Reiser, which really made me want to check this one out. I love both of them. They are great actors. And once again, the synopsis sounded very interesting on this, so for $3.99, had to grab it. But that wasn't all I got today, because like I said, when I arrived home, I had a surprise waiting for me on my doorstep, and that was my Video Now XP player. Very, very excited to get one of these. This is brand new, still in box. Ordered this off a lady on Craigslist, picked it up for $20, which I normally wouldn't pay $20 for a Video Now player, but since it is brand new, still in box, has never been used, I figured $20 was a fair price. She didn't charge me anything for shipping, so yes, $20, definitely a fair price for this. So again, very happy to have one of these finally, because currently I do only own the original Video Now player, the black and white player, and I do own a Video Now Color FX player as well, which was the latest model actually of the Video Now player. But what the difference is between those players and this player is the fact that this has a 3-inch screen. This is also capable of playing, let's say, PVD gaming. I guess they made video games. I have no interest in that whatsoever. I'm not a gamer. Obviously, I'm buying this for the video. But it's the fact that I really want to see what a PVD looks like on a 3-inch screen. See if it makes any difference in the picture quality, because the picture quality on the normal Video Now screens are pretty bad. And I don't know if that's because of the screen itself, or just because of the disc, or maybe a combination of both. I have no idea. So I'm really curious to put a PVD in here, check it out, see what it looks like, see if the video quality is any better. I have no idea, but nevertheless, I definitely want to get myself a hold of one of these, just add the collection, and the fact that it is brand new, still in box, it was a great deal. So that's it for what I bought today, so now on to what I watched. And today I checked out The Dictator. And this movie was just as bad as I had heard. But I did go into it with some hopes that it would be an okay film, because I had also heard really bad things about Borat and Bruno as well. And I actually enjoyed Bruno and Borat to some extent. I didn't love the movies, but I enjoyed them somewhat, simply because I enjoyed seeing Sacha Baron Cohen kind of fuck around with people. I liked the fact that he was pretending to be somebody, actually having these people think that it was real and just screwing with them. Really funny to watch those scenes. The movies themselves, not so great, but again, just him screwing around with people, I found quite enjoyable. So I went into this movie expecting a little bit more of the same. I was expecting him to be messing around with people, I was expecting to get some good laughs out of that, and unfortunately, there was none of that in here. This is definitely a movie that's just all scripted. It's very just a Hollywood movie. It didn't really quite feel like Borat and Bruno. They felt a little bit more raw just from the fact that it was Sacha Baron Cohen a lot going around messing with people, whereas this, again, seemed very Hollywood and very scripted and just not that good. There were a few laughs here and there. I can't say I didn't laugh at all during this. I did. I had a few chuckles here and there. There were a few pretty funny lines. Sacha Baron Cohen as the Dictator, he does occasionally say some pretty non-PC things, and it's pretty funny at times. Some of the things he says in this movie, it's certain things that are just so wrong that it's actually pretty funny to hear him say it. So I laughed a few times at those sorts of things, but for the most part, not a very good movie. Just flat, boring. The story was very mediocre, and there just weren't enough laughs to really make me recommend this movie. Had there been more laughs, had I been cracking up the entire time, I could have looked past the fact that the story was just mediocre. I could have looked past all that and said, yeah, check it out. But like I said, the movie just wasn't very funny. The jokes just weren't very good. Again, a lot of potty humor, a lot of a lot of, like, just basically a lot of potty humor jokes, actually, in this movie, with the exception of also a lot of, like, non-PC jokes, a lot of very racist and sexist and bigoted, jokes, which makes sense in this case, because it is the Dictator. That's the character he's playing. He's a very, a character that's very non-PC. So a lot of jokes like that, and again, some of them worked, some of them were funny at times, but a lot of them they just fell flat. They weren't that good of jokes. They just fell flat most of the time. So, can I recommend this movie? No, definitely not. I would say maybe if you're a big Sacha Baron Cohen fan, maybe you really liked Borat and Bruno, you were a big fan of those movies, I would say, okay, maybe then check it out, give it a rent, see what you think. But for your average moviegoer, you're not going to see this, especially if you were not a fan of Bruno or Borat, then obviously you're going to want to stay far, far away from this movie. So I can't really recommend it much to anybody. Like I said, unless you're a big fan of Bruno and Borat and Sacha Baron Cohen, that is the only way I would say check this movie out. Otherwise, just stay away. So that's it for what I bought and what I watched today. Certainly excited by the titles I picked up from my local BJ today. Definitely looking forward to checking all those out. And I'm also very excited to get my first ever Video Now XP player. Definitely looking forward to putting a PVD in there, seeing if the video quality is any better on that player as opposed to the other players I have. I'm hoping the answer is yes, but we'll just have to wait and see. And also watching The Dictator, not that good. I can't really recommend it. It just wasn't funny. It only had maybe 5 laughs total. Not good for an hour-and-a-half movie. I just can't recommend it. Unless, like I said, you do happen to be a big Sacha Baron Cohen fan and you really like Bruno and you really like Borat, I would say, yeah, then maybe give it a rent, see what you think of it, but otherwise, just don't see it. And I do also want to say one other thing. A lot of you have been asking me about the Video Now players and about the PVD formats. Every time I talk about me picking up a movie or a player, a lot of you ask me, what is it? What is it? What's the story behind it? What's the video quality look like? What do the discs like? What do the players look like? A lot of you have questions about that format. I do plan on doing a video about it in the future. It might be a month, 2, maybe even 3 months away. I don't know when I'll get around to doing the video. Could be sooner rather than later. I just don't know. But as soon as I get some time, I am going to do a video on the Video Now and on the PVD formats. Let you guys kind of have a look at the players, the discs, the video quality, give you some history on the player, let you know what they're all about. So expect it to be coming in maybe a month or 2. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. And stay tuned to see what I bought when I watch tomorrow. See ya.